bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, yeah. I spit facts, yeah. The earth is yours, do what makes you happy, past the paper and pen. I'ma try to save the rap game in the bad position it's in. There was no need to pretend, I'm who I am till I get killed by your man. Bring it back, yeah.
Oh, man, what a start to the new year. Oh, gosh. So that's a great little intro we got for this episode. We got a big episode for you today, people.
Literally.
So thank you for joining us. If you haven't already been here before, if you're returning, regardless, thank you for joining us. We are the CayVin universe, and we are your host. I'm Vinny.
And I'm Kaylin.
Thank you so much, as I said, for joining us. And yeah, I mean, gosh, what a start to 2021. Well, you know, last episode we came out after the new year, but this is technically our first time recording in the new year. Of course, last episode was a sad episode, but it was a tribute. This one, as the title says, is going to be more happy memories, more happy times, you know. I don't want to fall in the typical category like, oh, this is the new year, new us. But, you know, for the rest of my life, I'm always going to be dead inside, but I at least can try to be happy, try to have fun. And, that's what we're doing. People are going crazy right now. Like, what's going on with the world?
We got this grilled cheese that was made in the microwave.
Yeah,
it's literally
my lazy cheese. I wanted a snack before we started recording.
It is the best grilled cheese that I've ever had in my whole life.
Really?
Yes. I've never had it this way.
Yeah.
I'm like bougie, like on the stove or something.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep.
A little snack and break.
We just started.
I know,
right?
right?
A snack. We're gonna have to cut this.
Oh man.
This is 2021, people. All right.
Man. We have some great stuff planned for y'all this month.
2021 for us. How did we start 2021? We got Wingstop, right? And we got fucking food poisoning.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what we did.
Great start. And then 5 days later, you got people storming the Capitol, people going crazy, people rioting, people getting shot. Look, guys, I understand.
Trump getting blocked.
I understand. Everyone is mad. I look. You know what? I can know how these emotions gets high. You know, everyone's angry. They want justice. I want justice too. Okay, I too am mad that they took The Office off of Netflix. You know, but guys, you don't have to do this. You don't have to storm the Capitol. There's Peacock. Get Peacock. It's free. You can watch the first 2 seasons.
Yeah, or on iTunes.
You don't have to go and try to shoot Nancy Pelosi just because you want to watch The Office. I understand. I want to watch The Office on Netflix too, but you can't do this, guys.
And people are mad because they got the stimulus.
They either want the stimulus, they want to work, or they want The Office. And right now, 2021, we don't got none of that.
Literally.
Oh, gosh.
Like, why? I've been seeing memes already that's like people with a drink and they're like, well, that was a good start to the year. Here's to 2022 or something like that.
It's
like
2022,
already.
people.
Like, why?
Man. What do we got planned today, Kellen?
We got some special guests that I'm pretty excited for.
Yeah. So, like I said, we're going to keep my mom and her memory going. We're going to have more happy memories. I had a special conversation with my brothers and my nephew. Had a good conversation with them. You know, sharing sad moments about my mom, but also a lot more happy moments, showing the fact that this is a sign that we're trying to move on, that we're trying to be better, that we're trying to be happier, and carry on her teachings, carry on her love, carry on all of that. So so first we're getting to the very first special guest. Okay, you know, we didn't mention it in the beginning of the episode, but that was my nephew, Scar.
Yeah.
We talk about his album because his album blew me away. It was a great album, and I listen to mainly metal and stuff. I don't really listen to rap, so you know, it was really good. So so we talked about his album, and of course we got into you know, talking about my mother as well. And I'll just let you guys go ahead and listen to that. So let's go ahead and enjoy my conversation with the very talented Scar.
Yeah.
All right, Scar. Thank you for joining the show.
Yep.
Good seeing you, man.
Good seeing you too.
Yeah, how's everything? How's everything in Houston?
It's going pretty good.
So I have you on, you know, for a couple of reasons. First of all, you have a new album out, and what is the full name of the album?
Unstable Ruckus.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I want to start from the beginning. Like, when did you decide? Because I listened to the whole album, and we are family, and I love it. And that's the thing. I'm not just saying that because we are family. I'm saying that because you are really super talented. And like I said, I wrote notes on every one of the song, good things, or nothing but good things, because I liked everything.
Thank
So
you.
yeah. So where did it start for you to like decide I'm gonna put this album out?
Uh, Probably like a year ago. A year ago is when I started working on the album and started writing for the album. But I've been doing music since I was 12, since I
Yeah.
was, or even younger, since I was 11. Writing songs since I was young. But yeah, it's been a year since I've been planning this whole album. Yeah,
So the first song, Unstable, I feel like that's the right way to say it, right? Because I'm terrible at reading and spelling.
yeah,
I'm just kidding. So yeah, I feel like that is like, first of all, the whole album tells your story. That's
yeah,
that's the main thing the main vibe that I get. And then the fact that every song, like I said, we'll get into it, is almost like a different type of feel, a different type of flow, different type of emotion. And so this song, I think it's a great start to your story, and
yeah,
it kind of sets up the tone and the story of the album.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that was a plan for that particular song. I wanted it to explain how the whole album was gonna be like the whole rest of the album. Basically telling my life, basically.
yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And then you're right, that carries into the next song, Fact, which I feel like it starts getting more upbeat, and then you really start showing off that talent. And then I love the background. I mean, did you come up with the background on that too?
The beat.
Yeah, the beat.
Yeah, I made all the beats you hear. I made all of them. Yeah,
That's so awesome.
yeah, yeah,
uh, so it took me, like, with this podcast, it took me, a good amount of time to learn how to do everything. The first 30 episodes we didn't even have video because I didn't even figure that out yet. So it took a while for me to do that. And there was once upon a time where I tried to dive into that, making music, making beats, and I realized it's a lot harder than people think it is. So how long did it take you to like master that, really? Because I feel like you kind of have mastered it.
since I was 12, basically. Yeah,
Yeah,
when I
just
started 12, and I started when I was younger. I used to make beats on what do you call it? Fruity Loops. You know what Fruity Loops is?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I
Wow.
started,
Yeah.
and it just I kept on practicing and practicing, and then over time I got better.
Oh,
I got
that's
better.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's pretty much all it takes, is that having that passion, having that drive, and just
yep.
just reps. You keep doing it.
Hmm.
That goes into number three, I guess, which I love the title of that. And again, another different great beat and flow.
Yeah,
And just like, again, like, just like the last song, spitting facts.
yeah,
And then, of course, Shakespeare and Prodigy, I've been listening to those for a while, because
yeah,
you had those as singles, and then
yep,
you put them on, which I'm really glad you put them on an album, which is awesome. And then, like, so let's start, like, I want to just go Shakespeare. I feel like
yeah,
that's a great song, and it's like a message to the haters, basically.
yep, yep.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, the whole song was, yeah, like you said it, a message to the haters.
Uh, yeah,
That.
that's awesome. And I love the Fabuloso line. Yeah, like
Yeah,
I feel like it, just like I said, it's so unique, it's your own way. I feel like you're doing it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm trying my best to be, to be me. Although I was inspired by a lot of artists, it takes time for someone who does music to find their own lane. Find their own sound. But yeah,
Yeah, and who are, like, just to name a few, I know there's probably a lot, but just to name a few artists who, like, really inspired you for this music. Because I can tell you, I can get a lot of different, rappers out of it. Like I said, you're not plagiarizing, you're not copying, you're doing it your own way. But everyone's gonna be inspired by somebody.
exactly. Eminem is a big influence. I've been listening to him since I was young, 11,
Oh
10,
yeah.
younger, maybe even younger than that. But I remember you bought me that one of his albums, the Marshall Mathers 2.
Oh
Remember?
wow,
Yeah,
yeah. Dang, you remember that?
yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, yeah. So
Him,
so many great
uh,
memories.
Tupac,
Of
a
course. Yep.
lot of old school rappers, Big L,
Mhm.
um, Biggie, and yeah, a lot of old school rappers. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then of course you grew up in, Houston, which is kind of like it's, the rap scene has its own scene over there too. So you just got plenty of influence around you. So that's pretty great. Prodigy and Murder. I like those two specifically because I feel like that's when you start getting into a more darker tone. And
Definitely.
like I love the dark beat. I love the ominous intro and Prodigy. And yeah, like I said, I just love the darker beat and the darker flow. I feel like that's some kind of like, rock metal type inspired stuff.
When I was younger, I used to love rock music too, and that's one of the things I want to incorporate in my music also. Hip hop and rock. Kind of like Hollywood. What's that band called?
Hollywood
Uh,
Undead.
yeah, Hollywood Undead. Yeah, that,
Absolutely.
their stuff too. So
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, you definitely did that. And like I said, I just love those two specifically. I love all of it, but if I can pinpoint those two, why I would like those two is because of that dark tone, that dark flow, dark rhymes. That's
yeah,
awesome. And then you get to bring it back, which I told you already before, which you just turned it up.
mm,
And dude, you blew me away. I was like, that's like I said, I like all the songs but Bring It Back has to be my favorite.
yeah, yeah. Well, why though? Like, what do you like about it?
It just, like I said, I feel like the first 6 songs,
Uh huh.
you set up a tone, you kind of changed flows, you changed beats. And then, like I said, right in the middle of the album, it just feels like you just turned it up to 11 and you just showed off all that talent, all that potential. And everyone in the family has told you before, like, oh, you're a lot better than all the rappers, on radio, or radio, if anyone even listens to radio, on Spotify and everything, SoundCloud. And then
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
not just saying that because we're family. We're saying that because it's true. Not only the way you rap, the way you rhyme, but also the message you send. It's not typical than what these everybody's just the category. You know what I mean? The category that everybody's falling into. Like I said, you just showed off that true talent in this song.
yeah. On that one, I wanted to showcase my fast rapping. Like show on because I could rap fast too. I wanted to showcase.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Like I said, people try to get into this and try to, make beats, make rhymes, and they realize it's a lot harder. I mean,
yeah.
how long does it take? I don't even know. I'm a total, newbie from the outside. So how long does it take somebody to just perfect a song like that?
Well, it depends on what type of song I'm going for and the vibe of it. Songs like Bring It Back, the beat probably took almost 2 hours, 3 hours to
Wow.
make the whole song. Um, to write my verses, it takes me 10 minutes, 5 minutes to write songs. It don't take me that long to write songs. Yeah,
Dang, yeah, and that exactly that just shows somebody who's just doing it as a phase, and somebody who's really passionate, and somebody who really has
yeah,
the talent for it. Because some things, you're just born with, and for you
yeah.
to make beats like that and to write songs like that's talent, man. That's
Thank you, thank
talent. Then we get into God and Food for Thought, which again, like God, one of the notes I wrote is just wow, because again, rapping like differently than everybody else, a different reason, a different way. And I feel like a lot of people can relate to God. And Food for Thought is you just basically giving your experience on life, and you just basically trying to open people up.
you. Yeah, yeah.
So those are beautiful.
Thank you.
If that's even the right word to say it. But yeah, I mean, it just the emotion. You
Yeah,
can tell you're passionate.
yeah. Everyone questions religion, right? I have, you have. I'm pretty sure everyone does. So I wanted that. I wanted to incorporate that in the song, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people could relate to that because I know can. Everyone has come to a point in their life where they question religion, or their beliefs. So that's what I wanted to incorporate in those two.
Yeah, and yeah, you definitely did. And I mean, before we get to happy memories, rest, and will I get to meet you? I even told you, I'm the type of guy, I'm tough everywhere around, but when it
Yeah,
comes to music and it comes to movies, that's my trigger. I just tend to get teary eyed when it comes to music and movies. Other than that, I try to be tough, whatever that means. But
yeah.
when it comes to rest, I told you, me and my girlfriend, we're actually on a trip to go see my mom, your grandma, and we put that on and we cried, listen to it, just because,
Dang,
you know,
really?
Yeah, just because we didn't
Wow.
even know your situation. We didn't even
Wow.
know, but you told that story and that emotion, man, that emotion, it just,
Man,
it hits me.
that means a lot. That means a lot. Dang.
Yeah, it's crazy. And yeah, while we're on the topic, I mean, happy memories. I mean, uh, just how do you feel about that song? And I don't even know
Man,
what to say.
yeah. That song wasn't gonna be on the album at first, but I wanted to I wanted that album to have an impact on me, to where I could go back to that album and go back to that song and be like, okay, I did this, because I wasn't gonna make the song. I wasn't gonna make the song at all, to be honest. But I felt I needed to because she meant so much to me. And the way she, like, if it wasn't without her, I wouldn't be the man I am today. You know.
Yeah.
So I felt like I had to make that song, to show what she meant to me.
Yeah, and it just, man, it's amazing. It's amazing. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
it's a perfect tribute song, and the things you say, man, it just, they're all on point, and they're all
Yeah.
fact, and they're all real, and
Yes.
that's the main thing. I know, like I said, my mom, your grandma, you lived with her at a time. You lived with us at a time, and she always tried to be there for you. And do you have anything you want to say, or any happy memories? Like I said, this is, you gave me the name of the title of this episode, Happy Memories. Just yeah, anything you want to share or just say, even to just people listening.
Like I said in the chorus, she used to jump on the trampoline with me all the time, and we used to play the game together. She used to play with the PS3 with me. Mortal Kombat with me. All that stuff she used to do with me. She was a very, very happy person.
Yeah.
She would always uplift me. She would always care for me, like if I was her son.
Yeah.
You know. So those are I meant it when I said she left me with happy memories, because that's all I have of her. So she was a very, very great person, and it's just sad, the way things turned out.
Yeah, yeah. It definitely is. And we all have our emotions, and that we all have experienced the roller coaster ride it's been in the past 70 days or so. And one thing is, it just, I mean, just things like this, it brought us, I feel like it did. There's no, I'm never going to find a great reason, or I'm never going to find a reason why I can be comfortable, why it happened, why things happen. Like you say in your music, we don't know why God does the things that he does. Only he knows. But I just feel like, if anything, there's any light at this, it just brought us together, brought the whole family back together.
Exactly. Yep.
Like I said, this album, man, it tells the story of Scar, and it's amazing, man. I've said that at
Thank
least probably 100 times this, since
Yeah.
we've been talking, but there's no other words for it.
Exactly.
If I don't say that, I'm speechless.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That was a plan for the album. To just tell my life story. Until up to when I was a baby to now, basically. You know,
Right, right.
and then whatever music I release in the future will be telling my story from now and then to when I release it. So.
Definitely. I know, if I know, I hearing this, I want more, and I know if anyone hears this whole album, they're gonna want more. So that's exactly what I was gonna ask you. Do you plan on releasing more, another album? Are you working on anything now?
Right now I'm working on, for the plan for the future, I want to release singles once a month, and
Nice.
then if I get comfortable to make another album, I'll make another album for sure.
Yeah. And so, where can everybody, if you want to say your links, where everyone can find you? Of course, I know your album's on Spotify. Yeah, just where can everyone find you in the album?
Uh, at Scar Music on Instagram, music with a K at the end instead of a C. And then look up Scar on all music platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, Pandora, all those good stuff.
All right, awesome, awesome. Well, dang, dude, this has been great. I don't even know how long we've been going for, but thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, catch y'all guys later. Peace.
All right, all right, bro. Later, man.
All right, later.
Take it easy, man.
You too.
Oh yes, a great conversation. What'd you think?
I loved it, honestly. Like, you just talking about the songs, breaking it down, honestly, he needs to keep going at this, because he is honestly so talented, so much potential.
Yes,
When
yes.
you're good at something, you need to hear people, and I'm saying it.
Yeah.
Don't stop. Don't give up.
Exactly,
Ever.
and it's not, and just like I told him in the conversation, it's not because I'm your family, not only because I'm your family that I'm telling you're good and you're gonna make it and all that. It's because no, I actually believe it.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just things like that. And then talking about my mom, we are at the end of this episode. We're gonna end with another special tribute. If you liked the end of last episode, that tribute, and if you cried during that one, oh boy,
Man.
you're in for another tearjerker because that was my nephew's song dedicated to my mom, and it's just a beautiful song. And yeah, we'll get to that at the end of the episode. So of course, stick around for what's coming next, which is another great conversation with my brothers.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I was able to get them on the podcast as well.
Y'all are
little
just like so good. Like when y'all get together, like, just the conversation, I feel is just like good.
we thought we were only going to talk 10-20 minutes, and then we ended up going 40 plus minutes. So
yeah, and I guess that too, because y'all think that y'all are gonna get on here talk 20 minutes. They
Right.
probably even them thought that too. So it's like when y'all got on there, it's like, whoa, 45 minutes already, because you just
Right.
go on.
Yeah, exactly.
Conversation's so natural.
Yeah, then like you said, we do the same thing as well.
Yeah.
When we come on here, we think we're just gonna do a quick whatever, and then it ends up going longer because
Right,
this is fun, man. This is fun. This is what we need to be doing.
Yeah.
And I feel like regardless of time, this podcast will grow, and it's gonna be where it is, where I want it to be, where my mom envisioned it to be. How it just, life moves forward, life carries on, and I'm gonna have to just carry on with it. We're gonna carry on with it, and that's what this conversation symbolizes. That's what this episode symbolizes. And we're gonna go ahead and stick to that. And right after the conversation with my brothers, we'll go ahead and show that special tribute to my mom. So this is the last time they'll be seeing you on camera, Kaylin. I'm sorry.
I know.
Yeah.
Peace out, guys.
Peace out, guys. I was gonna give you the floor if you wanted to say anything.
Right?
You're just like, all right, peace out.
Guys.
Oh gosh, but yeah. So let's go ahead and run that conversation, Kaylin. Again, anything you want to say?
Let's do it.
All right.
Well, I mean, man, I miss her. And you just can't. I mean, you just start from the beginning. I mean,
Yeah.
When she had us, and yeah, I can't even begin her journey. She had me at what, 16, and then 8 years later, JR, and then 12 years later, Vinny,
Yeah.
and we're pretty spaced out. So she got a break in between,
Yeah.
and I think that's funny too.
Yeah. That's the crazy part is just, that's wow how she did that, and then just the different generations, and how no matter what, she was always there for us in that whole span of time. And it's crazy. Just it's last episode we did, it was more of a sad thing, because it was hard to get through that first episode. When you started talking in the beginning, I almost broke down again. But I'm glad that we can laugh and share some happier moments, or just things things like that, just the way she did things. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, just that's the thing, you got to gather the strength when you first going into this. It's kind of funny going into this. I was thinking, I'm okay. I can talk good. I'm not gonna get emotional. I'm gonna be strong, and I'm gonna tell stories or whatever. Man, as soon as I started, just like that, it just hit me like
it hits you hard.
I'm like, oh crap, I can't talk. So I thought that was funny, but she, man, I just remember. I mean, we'll just start. I just remember when whatever happened to any of us, I'll be damned. I feel sorry for that person who tries to hurt us.
I remember, I think Rudy had known about this. You too, Vinny, when we went to Stop and Go. Me and Mom was on in Houston, and at the time I had a Nextel phone, the flip phone, and it was a walkie-talkie, and literally, I left it in the I think we were in a truck. I forgot what truck. And then the next thing I knew, I guess somebody went through the window, grabbed the phone, and took it. And I saw them. I saw they had it in their vehicle, and I said, "Mom, they have my phone. They have my phone." And she's like, "They do?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's not in the car." And she's like, "Okay." And then she literally grabbed me, went over there to the guy, and said, "You have my son's phone." And he's like, she's like, "You have my son's phone." He's like, "No, that's my phone." And he's like, "Bullshit, you have my son's phone." And I was like, "All right, Mom, nice." I was all freaking out. Mom's over there about to kick this guy's ass. The guy's over there shitting bricks.
Yeah, I was waiting in the car, and
Yeah.
all I remember seeing is mom yelling at this dude, and like he's like she's about to swing, and the dude, looks scared out of his mind. He didn't know what was going on. He realized he just like realized that he fucked with the wrong person, and of course, instead of manning up, he was like, I didn't do it, or I forgot what he tried to give her an excuse, and she was like bullshit or something like that. She just, man, that's awesome. She was the nicest person in the world. But if you messed with her family and especially her kids, oh, she was on you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she would turn into like the Hulk. Like you can't, she won't be, nothing will stop her in her way if you mess with her family, her kids, her husband. Nothing in her path. Like you're fucked. Like you're done. And she would turn into a completely different person. She had the best heart in the world, the nicest person. But you cross her, you hurt her, or you hurt her family. I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
Something bad's gonna happen to you because that's how mom was.
Yep, that's true. And she would be so happy for just wanting to see us together all the time. There was a time where just recently, we lived together, and she just loved that, and just things like this. Like look at us three on a Zoom call, because she watched this episode, and if she were to get on, YouTube and see us three on a Zoom call on this episode, that is her joy right there. And it's sad that we have to, this is not going to be the last time us doing this, but the first time of us doing this. It's for this reason, and that's a sad part. Just that's the whole crazy part about this journey, is like you're just happy and you want to think about happy memories, but then the next second it goes down, and y'all have experienced that roller coaster ride of emotion. It's crazy.
Yeah, you do get a lot of yeah, you said it right. It's just a roller coaster of emotions, man. You don't know how to dissect it. You start one way, and then all of a sudden you contradict yourself and go another way. And yeah, I mean, she definitely loved us when we were all together. She loved when we would hang out, go out to eat. Hell, she loved us when we were all three playing Fortnite,
Yeah.
you know on the same
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
And that was when she was here visiting. And
Yeah, we got that dub when she was
yeah,
here that
and she
time.
was all clapping and
We
like
all went we all went crazy, and then she was
yeah,
Yeah.
like, "It's because your mom," and we were all jumping around, hugging with her. And then
yeah, because it's
yeah,
hard to. I'm sorry, Fortnite is, you can say what you want about it, but you're going against 100 other people.
Yeah.
So
lots of people, and it was and
you
she's
know,
like,
Yeah.
"I won because your mom was here," and I was like, "No."
Right. Yeah, and
yeah,
that's the joy of games like that. It just brings people together. Like, look how it just brought this memory that we're gonna remember forever together. So you're right. Say what you want about Fortnite, but that brought a good memory.
Yeah, that was a
I
good movie.
definitely did. And um, I don't even, you like story wise, I don't even know, like, where do you begin on that?
Yeah.
It's just so many.
Yeah, that's what I say. They're just gonna come up naturally, like how they do in conversation, just like on this show. They're just gonna come up naturally. But yeah, even last episode, I was like, there's so many things I can
There's
think
so many
about, but nothing I
things.
can really pinpoint. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's still kind of like that with us.
yeah.
It's got to come in the moment.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, like, I'm glad she got a chance to see um Vinny's podcast. I'm glad she got a chance to see JR when he was doing his thing, movie wise and everything like that. And
Oh, man.
I remember her going to my very first show, playing drums at a school talent show. I would think I was like 15 or 16. I think I
Oh
was
wow.
15.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I thought you were there, Vinny. No, I don't think you
I,
were.
I
It
was
was
probably
Valerie.
too. Yeah, because I would have been like 3 or 4. Wow.
No,
Yeah,
no,
no, like eight, no, maybe.
no. If I was 15,
I was born when
okay,
you were 12, basically.
yeah, yeah. So you were running at 3. Yeah, So she,
Yeah,
you know
it's
what,
big.
Vinny? You know what? You were there.
Oh wow.
You were there because it was in Bronzeville.
Huh.
It was that year I moved to Bronzeville because that's when the show was. It was in Bronzeville. It was for high school. Mom was visiting and dad, and she took Valerie and she took Vinny. Yeah, she took both of y'all.
Was there a okay, so it's weird how memory works. I vaguely remember a scene in my life in Bronzeville where I'm walking down the street and they're throwing like beads and lighters and shit. Does that bring back anything?
Beads and
Like a
Lighter, that
it
was
was like a
during,
parade.
that was a parade. Yeah,
Oh
that was
wow.
downtown, going
Wow,
down.
that's crazy. You remember
So
that?
I only remember like a minute of me looking down and just seeing a bunch of beads and lighters on the floor. Like that's crazy how
She,
memory works.
she
See,
would she
like a
would take
scene.
us when we go to Bronzeville. Bronzeville, if you don't know, it's a small border town in Texas, right across from Mexico, and it's very poor or whatever. So any little celebration that town did, it was enhanced. So
Yeah.
yeah, the parades were really big. So she would drag us out there, and she'll put us in spots. And yeah, I believe that was I can't remember what holiday it was, but yeah, that's a right call, dude. That was the only place
Dang,
where she would do that.
that's crazy.
That's
That's
crazy how that
awesome.
it triggered
Yeah,
that
because I
memory.
mean, yeah, it wasn't like New Orleans or anything because I never
That's
been
all I was
there. But
thinking.
yeah,
We're in Orlando.
yeah, like when did I do that?
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, she
Yeah,
went to my first show and all that. So that was really cool.
That's
She always supported. She always supported any crazy, wacky ideas we may had in life. You know,
oh yeah,
I know Jared wanted to be an actor. I think about one time I wanted to, but then I just switched to drums, and she never put us down. She never said it's
yeah.
not
she always
impossible.
supported it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, even though my crazy dreams, I've always wanted to become a wrestler. Even though I get motion sickness so easily,
she
I
supported that.
couldn't
Hey,
take one bump.
she
Luckily for the internet, I have a podcast.
she supported y'all because I mean they were both our parents did because like they would buy all this damn trampolines and all that shit by that time, and they could blame me because I'm the one that got you into wrestling when y'all wanted to watch SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, but the only thing she hated though was when you guys were freaking make holes in the walls, throwing each other, and
Oh shit,
Yeah,
so
there's so many
many,
times in the room, man.
oh
so
my
many.
god,
We
she
were
was
trying to
so
we
good,
were
yeah.
trying to cover it up with posters. Like I'll be like, Vinny, we just put a poster there and cover it up.
Yeah,
Your mom and dad won't see it.
yeah, and they eventually always find
They
out.
always eventually find
I
it.
always found out, man. It was
Yeah,
it was it was nuts. Like I'm sure we drove her crazy.
yeah, yeah. But she loved it.
She
Like
loved it.
I loved
she
every
loved
minute
seeing
of
us being happy. You know, it drove her crazy, but then it did make her happy to see us happy with something
Yeah.
like that because we were obsessed, especially me. JR too, and then well, I mean, Rudy, of course, you got us into it, and then that's how I watched all the old stuff. Is when you would go to Blockbuster and get like the old Ultimate Warrior tapes or things like that. So yeah, we were all
I
obsessed with it
remember.
actually, and
Yeah.
yeah, she liked it. I always remember a memory of coming home from work. Me and you were coming home from work one day, JR. At the grocery store and Raw was on and she knew we were missing it. So she was literally texting me, updating me what happened. And I think like Dolph Ziggler had a match and won a match, but she put the Zingler or something like that. And I was just like, I laughed so hard when I saw that text.
Oh,
She's like, the
man.
Zingler won his match. And I just, that's like, again, another just funny, happy memory, you know?
Is he still wrestling?
Huh?
Is he still wrestling?
I don't know. I think so.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
A lot
Yeah.
of big bucks in there. Yeah, I know.
I'm all AEW now. I barely watch WWE. I just watch the pay-per-views.
Remember she would I remember we ordered WrestleMania 17. Mom actually did a whole spread. She
Oh
made like
gosh.
freaking
Oh,
chips and dip. Remember that? She treated
I
it
was
like
there.
it was our
Yeah.
Super Bowl and it was a big deal.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
Dude,
think it
that's
started
right.
with 16 or 17, and then we would
Yeah,
order
because I
every
was
WrestleMania.
I was at work. I was at Traders, and when I came home, y'all had that whole spread.
Oh
Yeah, you
That's
remember?
man.
right.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I was at work on
mom had
Sunday.
made
It's
it.
on Sunday. It's always on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I went home and she had all that laid out, and I was all dirty, covered in trash juice and shit. And I just went right to the table.
Yeah. And I'm like,
Oh,
Vinny,
that's
let's
awesome.
WrestleMania. And then me
That's
and Vinny were just
awesome.
over there in the living room just eating it away and
Mhm.
my mom was to thank for that. She made all that for us. All of us were there. Even dad was watching it, and we were just watching it. And oh man, those are good memories.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember. I think I walked in when the Undertaker was wrestling. I can't remember exactly.
I forgot who we fought. Yeah,
I think it was
I know you
Triple
were there for
H.
sure for The Rock and Stone Cold.
Maybe,
Oh yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, and it's crazy. That's what I was telling Kaylin because she's obviously got into wrestling like new in within the last 5 years or so. And these newer wrestling fans don't understand. They like pay $10 a month for the network and get every pay-per-view. You remember when it was $60 a month and then DirecTV would only let you watch it one time, but then mom would always call and like make them show us the replay and things like
Oh
that. Yeah, you remember
yeah,
that? Yeah, because it would cut
yeah.
off and then they wouldn't let you watch the replay. But mom would always get on the phone, DirecTV, and be like, "Yeah, we got, we started watching it late or whatever." And then they'd be like, "Okay." And then like I remember one time they let us like keep it for like watch like 2 or 3 days worth of replay on the pay-per-view.
Oh,
You
Man,
know, just
mom,
little
because
things like
mom
that.
called
She
them.
always looked
Yo,
out for
hey,
us, man.
replay.
Always did little things for us.
she was notorious for stuff like that, man. I don't. There's no one. There's no one even close to what she can do just by talking to people, man.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Mom had
And
that power.
she knew everything and every organization and everything that can help or whatever. Man, she was on it, man. I remember when I hurt my back at work, and I'll never forget it because it was 2001. And the reason why I know that it was because I think that was the first day I was home. And back then I was working 7 days a week, and from the grocery store to traders on the weekend. And I worked at the Gerlins one. I don't think I ever went to that one. And I pulled my back. It's when I think I had a Dreamcast at the house. I
No,
pulled my back, picking up a magazine, or something was on the floor, and I bent over, picked it up, and I threw out my back. And and then the next day I was at home, which was very weird for me. But then that's when 9/11 happened. So that's why I remember that day specifically. But man, she was on the phone calling, I don't know who or what, to get me treatment and this and that. And man, she was on it. And she taught me a lot about that. Like, I had to get on unemployment and all that stuff for a while. And she showed me how to do all that, man. Because I was what, 18. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
yeah.
When you're 18, you're invincible. So that's just the mentality that it was then. But man, she was just a warrior. That's all I got to say.
Exactly. Yeah. She was a fighter in and out, and just her wisdom, man. Just things like that. Just, those are things that we can carry on, just the way the not only the how she did things, but then how determined she was to do things. And it's like, with those how she would call people. If she didn't get the right answer, if she didn't get what she want from one person, she wouldn't end at that. She wouldn't say, "Oh, dang, well, I guess I can't do anything." No, she would keep calling until she got the right person to help her. And
Yeah,
because
yeah. She didn't get the right answer from one. She called back and get another person.
Anything she was in line for or something like it wouldn't work out. She would keep going and going until she conquered it. That's
Oh
what
my
that's what
God.
crazy about her.
Well, I'll change it up a little bit. What about moments that you were embarrassed? Did y'all have any of those? I
hmm.
could tell you
Oh,
one. I could tell you one for
tell
Okay,
me
me.
go
one.
ahead.
All right.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
I'm not embarrassed of my mom. Let me get that straight. I love my mom. It was just funny. You're a kid, okay? You're 13, 14 years old. You're at the grocery store. It is freaking packed. Okay, people were there. We're in rush hour at the grocery store and everything. Man, we'll get into that damn checkout line. What? How much was that? How much was that? No, that's not what it said on the shelf. So they have to go do price checks and stuff like that. Like, no, ma'am, this was on this shelf. This was this price. And she will sit there and make the whole line of people behind us wait until they change that price on that thing. And then if they didn't, she's like, well, I don't want it. And then she'll start taking things off. Well, take that out, take this out. I'm just like, oh God, like just I don't know.
She wasn't scared of anything, man.
But hey, she didn't care. She
Oh
She had
yeah,
no fear.
yeah,
She had no
she didn't
fear.
care, and
yeah,
I just thought that just showed
yeah,
her character, man. She
yeah.
was
She stretched her money,
strong.
and she wasn't gonna get screwed over on prices.
Uh-uh.
Nope,
Yeah,
nope. If that damn whatever, no, that thing's on. That's not what the tag said. She'll, I mean, damn, that's just some of the stuff I remember doing. Oh man, and then I think for a while it was like, because she always had me go with her, because I think you guys were little, you guys are still young, and I used to have to go with her all the time to help her, carry the groceries. And then I think when you guys were old enough, I started putting. I think Vinny, I think I made you wear a bag like a purse, so you could carry it like
What?
like a thing of bread.
Oh, okay.
Put it
Oh,
on
okay,
your arm.
okay.
You put a little basket like that. Like, come on, Vinny, is that what you help carry? Because I used to carry all that stuff.
Oh
But
my
she
gosh.
loved it. And then
Yeah.
I'll be like, look, mom, look at Vinny, he's bringing in groceries. Little things like that.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
great. That's
it was
great.
That's
it was a
good.
lot of
That's good.
fun. And
Yeah.
then and because Vinny was born. You were born in Odessa.
Yeah, and I was, the mama's boy, of course. You know.
You were the youngest. You are the youngest, and yeah, that was. Then I think a little bit after that, we moved to Houston, and then we're in the apartment for a while, and I think that's when I found the Pac-Man arcade.
The trash.
Oh yeah.
In the trash, yeah,
Yeah.
and then
And you
the
fixed it
infamous
up.
Roach story with JR and Vinny. You were so little, you were just always walk back and forth in the halls. Um,
Mm,
and
Jesus.
but JR, the Roach story was famous because mom thought I did something to JR, which was funny. She
Oh
came.
my god.
It was a Saturday morning. Mortal Kombat 2 was still hot. I had it on Sega because I had
Oh,
worked.
that one. Yes. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I had worked with dad on the roofs that summer, and I was busting my ass. I think I'm what, I think 11, 10, and I'm out there picking up, sheetrock, or not sheetrock, shingles and felt and trash and all that. So dad said, you know what, I'm gonna buy you that game. So he bought me Mortal Kombat, and this was a Saturday morning. It was I just remember, we always had that bunk bed. The bottom bunk bed's always
Yeah.
bigger than
And
the
then the
top.
top was blue.
So I was asleep on the bottom one, and I remember asleep, and I felt something crawling on me, but I was so tired, I didn't care. Oh yeah, Vinny, you're gonna get creeped out. I forgot about roaches in you. And I remember felt it on my arm, and I don't know why. I don't to this day I still don't know why I didn't like jump up. I guess I was so tired I didn't care.
You just went
I
like
didn't
that.
care. I was like, oh well, the roach ain't gonna do nothing to me. They don't bite. So I just laid there, and then Jr. is sitting on the edge of the bunk bed, playing Mortal Kombat. He's playing my damn game, and I kind of looked like, yeah, whatever, and I just went back to sleep. And then I just remember Jr. was wearing a big shirt, and his shirt was kind of hanging. Okay, and then the roach came. It was like right here on him,
Oh.
and Jared's like, but Jared's so into the game, he didn't look, right? So Jared's like, is that you touching me? And I remember just looking over, I go, no, it's a roach. And then I turn back over, and then all I hear is like a giant scream, like man, mom freaking busting the door. What did you do? I'm like, I didn't do anything. It was a roach, it was like Jared started crying. It was
Oh
funny,
my
dude.
god.
I guarantee
I don't
you a bit of
Oh
it.
my
And
god.
so mom made me get up the bed, and we were like, we took off the sheets and everything, and she was just looking for this roach to kill it because it touched her son. So,
Because it touched your son.
so it was
I
yeah.
guarantee you that video would have went viral if it had it back then.
Oh
Oh my god,
gosh.
that was funny.
Yeah, man.
Funny,
That
man.
was good. That was good.
Oh
That's
gosh.
that's a story between I guess all of us a little involved. Vinny, you were just so young at that
Yeah.
time.
For people out there that watch, that are watching, that always be thankful and appreciative that you have not just your parents, your mom, your dad, or your brothers, but anybody in your life, because you know life is short and it sucks and we hate it, but the best thing that we have in life is the moments and the memories. And the last thing that each of my brothers, we all have, is all our memories from my with my mom were great, and there was nothing bad. We didn't fight with her, we weren't yelling, everything was in great standing, because each and every day we made sure that it was, because that was our mother. And so, because you never know what day you might have someone, and the next day, boom, they're gone. So nothing's worth fighting. Life's too short for that, and just be appreciative of the people you still have in your life. But I'm not hurt, so much hurt no more. And I think I can speak for my brothers because we're not afraid, and we know that we'll see her one day again when it's our time. That's all I want to say.
Absolutely, absolutely beautiful.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, yeah, awesome.
Yeah, you know, and I'll just piggyback what he said. Uh, you know, it's true. You know, one of the things, like, you don't know what you have in front of you. To me, you know, as you get older, and unfortunately, you guys got to experience this so young. You know, I went through life all this time without experiencing anything like that. Not of this magnitude, you know. Besides John, you know, our uncle, and he influenced me a lot, which is why I have all this stuff back here, you know. But you know, but like to like for mom, you know, like you just never, yeah. To all you to the people listening, you just can't take anything for granted, man. The little moments that I cherish, those little moments now more than ever, you know. uh and you just never know that last time, you know. And yeah, life happens to everybody, you know. We're all individuals, we all have our past, and we all go through it, you know. But it's just these little moments like this, just doing this right now is amazing. It's awesome. Us playing video games is amazing. It's awesome. The little times we talk to mom and text mom, you know. Sometimes you do get busy, you know, and you like you forget those little things, but just cherish, to people listening, just cherish those little moments, man. You know, like when we get together and we go out to eat or whatever, you know, you never know, that could be the last time. You know, you just embrace that camaraderie, you know, because it's just too, life is like Jared said, life is too short, man. You know, here we are. You know, I like we all did. We thought we had years. You know, we thought we had years, and you know, now she's an angel doing God's work. You know, watching over us, and yeah, we'll see her again. You know,
Yeah.
we'll see her one day for sure. And you just can't take it for granted, man. Just anybody you're with, you're close to, just give them a hug, tell them you love them, and that's it. That's it. Just like I'll say right now, I love you guys to death, man. Enjoy your life too.
Yeah.
You know, definitely enjoy your life, man. You got to live life for you, and you got to live life for the people that around you. And mom always taught us to pursue our dreams, and she was always proud of us that we became men. We grew up, we left the nest egg, and that's she did her job, and she knew we were good, we were right, and here we are, and we're still together. You know, despite everything, and we're siblings. You know, we're gonna have our ups and downs. We're gonna fight. We're gonna butt heads. That's just natural.
Yeah.
You know, but at the end of the all, we got to remember where we came from and what we know, and that's your parents and that's your mom. You know, mom did her job, man. Mom did her job, and that was the only job she ever had and ever wanted. Truly, you know, I can say that she loved being a mother. She loved cooking for us, man. I'm
God, I'm
really,
gonna miss that.
I'm really gonna. I was just gonna say, I'm really gonna miss that damn cooking,
Yeah.
man.
Her
Gosh.
cooking was like no other, man.
It was
Yeah,
so
No other.
unique.
there
It's
was a time. I don't know if you guys knew. Um, she was here to do some stuff with grandma or something like that. I don't think you were here, Jr. I don't know where you were. It was at this house. She came. She spent the night here for like 3 days. It was just her and me. You know, man. First thing, what do you want to eat, mijo? Oh shit! I'm like, hey, I said, what? She's like, yeah. What do you want to eat? I said, I want a mama burger, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so
Remember a burger, dude? And we only cooked them with bread, not even the
yeah,
buns, and it was still
we,
so damn good.
Yes, yes.
we went to HEB. She got my crinkly fries and
Yep,
everything,
she
man.
made the quick.
She fucking greasy as shit, but god
Yeah.
damn, god
Yeah.
damn, it was the best. I was like, oh.
Everything
you know,
she made, yeah.
let me drool out of there, and the fries and everything, man.
Oh gosh, you're making me hungry now.
Yeah, dude.
But nothing's gonna satisfy that craving for her food.
It's a sad and happy note, man. But damn,
Yeah.
that woman,
And
gonna miss
she
that
used
cooking, man.
she would love to, like, when we ate. She remember what we would always say, like, she would be like, we'll be like, and she'll look at us. She'll be like, better than Whataburger, better than Jack in the Box, way better, Mom. Everybody, I was like, way better.
Well, y'all totally reminded me. I remember something and I would always tell her this, and it would always make her laugh. Well, actually, two things: potato salad and meatloaf. I never thought I liked meatloaf until the first time she made meatloaf and like mashed potatoes. So she made meatloaf, and I tried it and I loved it. But then when I would see meatloaf anywhere else, like I guess like a restaurant or at school, I would try and be like, oh yeah, I like meatloaf. And yes, it was not the same ever. I've yet to find anything that tasted like her meatloaf.
I don't know what she did with the meatloaf, but it was always good. And then I don't know, she would mix the meatloaf grease with the mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Oh dang.
That was a secret with that combination.
Yeah, because I remember she on her birthday she would make us whatever you want. And one year I said, "Can you make me meatloaf and mashed potatoes?" You know,
that's right. Vinny fell in love with that.
Yeah,
Every time I was like, I mean, I love Mom's meatloaf
with
but
that
I was like,
tomato paste.
Yeah, dude. I was like meatloaf, and Vinny's like meatloaf. I was like, Mom, my best dish for Mom would have to be the ground meat with a tortilla and cheese.
Yeah.
Remember she made that? She would just make it in the pan and then do the tortillas, and then mijo, you want a tortilla with butter? Boom, boom.
The homemade flour tortillas. Oh man.
Oh, dude, she would
level it out.
Sorry. So Jared, yours is the meat and tortilla. Vinny's is a meatloaf, and mine's the burger and fries.
Yeah,
the burger and fries.
So awesome, man.
Burgers
That's
and
so
fries,
awesome,
man.
That's
Now I'll tell you a quick story real quick. This was in Chimney Hill. This was in Houston. I'll never forget. Fucking Mom. We had a Fruity Pebble craze. Okay, we always buy Fruity Pebbles. Dad will always get Fruity Pebbles, so we'll always eat Fruity Pebbles, right? One day, I forgot. I'm going into the kitchen. I'm getting a bowl of Fruity Pebbles. I poured it in there. And Mom kept staring at me. I don't know if y'all know the story. Y'all probably do, but I'll just say it for your listeners. Mom just kept staring at me, and she kept looking at me. I'm like, why is she? I'm just eating cereal. Like, I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking I can't eat cereal or something, So I'm doing my thing, eating cereal, and then I started eating it, and she just kept looking at me, and then I'm like, hey Mom, you gotta take the cereal back. And she's like, why? I go, it's like off, like it's rotten, it's spoiled. She's like, yeah. I go, yeah, I go, taste it, Mom. She's like, no, I bought fruity jams and I put it in a box of Fruity Pebbles.
I'm sorry, I was already laughing because I knew the punchline.
Yeah, that's funny. So I was like, Mom, don't ever do that again. She's like, wow, she was trying to save money or whatever, but she thought she got it.
Oh gosh.
That was funny.
Man.
I think
That's so cool. See,
that was in Chimney Hill.
We think a lot like Mom, because I did that to Rudy too, Rudy. I bought fruity dynamos by accident. Rudy's like, what the hell is this? I'm like,
I go, do you want to get kicked out now or later?
Yeah. I was like,
fruity dynamos.
I go, look at the side.
I go, you get that
side. It says that it wanted a better tasting content than Fruity Pebbles. He goes, I don't know what the hell they're eating, but that's bullshit.
Yeah, like who tasted that and said, yeah, that's right.
I said, no, I don't. What I said, I don't want that shit in my house. You better go take it somewhere else.
He said, he's like, I want to throw it outside. Give it to him
outside. God, that's awesome.
Oh man,
oh man, God, man.
Mom was the best.
It feels good talking about this.
It feels good, man.
It
brings back memories, and right here, it just feels good.
Yeah, I fucking. Sorry, you mean to cuss, but.
Oh no, you can cuss on this show.
Yeah, that's what I was doing earlier. Vinny had me on talking about
I miss her like crazy, man.
Yeah, I miss her so much.
No one's gonna, ever come close in our life to even be in the same sentence with her. I don't think. And, I mean, it's our mother, man.
Mom's on a way whole other level.
Yeah,
and no one can ever be on that level. I'm sorry, ever. That's just the way it is.
We've been through a lot growing up, but she was a foundation, dude. You know, she kept us strong throughout the whole thing, and
She was the glue. She kept everyone. She kept us
Oh
together.
yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah,
She
man,
was the glue.
she she was awesome, man. You
She
know,
was
and
the glue.
I just now when I listen to Journey,
Oh
it's all
yes.
mom, dude.
Yes.
Journey's all mom now. So
Yes. They played it on I finished watching Cobra Kai and they played it on Cobra Kai and I just immediately
Yeah,
started crying.
yeah. I caught on that part too, dude. When they were playing it,
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah,
man,
man, freaking freaking Journey now. It's always gonna be uh it's always gonna be the it's mom for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's like a lot of things are gonna immediately remind us of her, and that's a good thing. That's a beautiful thing, and then we'll
that's a good, yeah.
continue to carry on that wisdom, that love, that strength, and I love you, bros.
Yeah, I
We'll
love you
stick
too,
together.
man.
For mom, love you,
Yeah,
love
yeah,
you, Rudy. Love you, Rudy.
we gotta stick together. And then man, it's just I don't even know where to begin on that, dude.
yeah, yeah. But you guys are now that we've done this once, you guys are welcome back on any time to talk about whatever you want. So thank y'all so much for doing this. Yeah.
Hey, dude, thank you
Thank
for
you for having us, Vinny.
putting this together, man. This
Yeah,
is all
Yeah.
you, dude.
this is all you
Thank
and
you.
It feels
the
good for
editing.
me.
Dude,
It feels
that's
good for
hard,
me
dude.
as the oldest, you know, that the youngest did this, and that's just awesome.
It means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
proud of you, dude, that you got back to it, and
Okay.
I know it's hard for all of us, man. And you know, it, we just got to keep doing what we're doing. You know, I'm not gonna get
Yeah,
too emotional, but you know,
Yeah.
it's hard. We all cope a
Ah,
different way,
yeah.
and that's
And I
just the
know,
way it is. We're all
yeah,
individuals, and mom, but the common thing is, you know, our mom, and we all have her in us. So,
Yeah.
and if you look at Vinny, when you're doing the editing, you're gonna look at all our faces, and you're gonna look at pictures of her, and you're gonna see the resemblance of her on all of us, big time, because
Yeah.
we all look somewhat
we
like
all look like
Oh
mom.
yeah.
We
yeah.
Yeah.
all look like
So
her.
I don't even know what else to say on that. This is mom's phone, and let's start on the 26th. So as you can see there, I don't know if I can get the angle. I can't get
I
the
see
Yeah.
it.
Oh, there it goes.
There it goes.
October 26th. That's
Wow.
what she was listening to.
Mm,
So
definitely put that on your playlist, people.
yeah,
Yeah.
like Bon Jovi, David Bowie, even Justin Timberlake,
Damn.
sexy back. Okay,
Jared's going crazy.
it's fucking Justin Timberlake was sexy back, man. She
That's
listened to
awesome.
that day. Some Blondie. Yeah, man, she was jamming. She was jamming.
Oh, yeah, I've been listening to Total Eclipse of the Heart. And I remember
Yes.
when
Yes.
we would always like sing it to her, but we would sing that other version, and she'd be like,
Oh, from
"No," we'd be like,
Wedding
"I
Crashers.
fucking need you more than
Yeah.
From
ever."
Wedding Crashers.
She's like, that's not the
What movie
version.
was that from? Was that I thought it was old school,
I
or
think it
was it
was.
Oh, it
old
was old
school?
school. Wedding
It was
Crashers.
Yeah.
No,
old
old
school. Yeah, it
school.
was old school.
Old school.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's great. That's great. Well, yeah, we're gonna continue to carry on all those memories for
Dude,
as long as we live.
yeah, I know we're already past your. We're at 40 minutes plus.
Oh
So,
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this
no, I'm
is
just saying, like, that just goes to show you that here we are, all three of us can sit here and just reminisce
About mom all
about
day.
mom,
yes.
and we're not even done yet. But you
I
know,
know.
we're
Yeah,
this is
because
a
I
good
even told you I was
episode.
like 10, 20 minutes, and then look at us. This is awesome.
Yeah, you said
It's
15
awesome. We
minutes.
gotta keep going.
I was like, yeah, we'll see how we get there. It's just there's too much that comes up, and I got so
Yeah.
many stories for when you guys were younger, you know, and
Yeah.
oh man, it's just never ending, man, and that's a good feeling and sign because that means she's just gonna be live on forever through us, and
Yeah. Well, I am doing I do want to do something at least one episode a month to her. I think the next month we're gonna either do like a mom's movies picks or a mom's music picks where we talk about her favorite movies and music, and like perfect, you had it right there. So next time we do this, we definitely need to come back on and talk about that.
when it was in August or September, I think it was August. I know she loved Anthony Michael Hall, you know. And when I met him, I was at work and I'm calling her like, Mom, you need to call me. You need to call me now and this and that. And you know, and I sent her the picture of us and she's like, I feel like I know him, but who is that? Who is that? And as soon as I told her, she's like, oh my God. So yeah, for your movie picks, it's gonna be some Breakfast Club and
Oh,
Weird
yeah.
Science.
That's
Edward
great.
Scissorhands.
Yeah, see, I
Edward
can think of
Scissorhands.
all that.
Oh,
Yeah.
but hey, the all-time favorite. All right, what's okay? What's your mom's all-time favorite movie? What do you think?
9 to 5.
Okay,
Ooh, I was thinking of Some Like It Hot.
okay,
Oh,
that's a
nice.
good one. That's a good one
That's a
too.
good one.
Yeah.
Mine, what you want? I think. Okay, you think it's something like a hot. Me, Jared said 9 to 5. Mine for her, A Patch of Blue.
Ah,
Oh,
nice.
yes.
Yep,
Forgot
yep,
about that
yep,
one.
yep. That's a
Yeah.
good one. That's a
Yeah,
good
that's
one.
right.
Patch of Blue, man. That
Yeah.
if you watch that thing
Yep, yep.
so many times.
I think
Oh,
she had it on VHS, right? Or we
Yeah.
recorded it or
yeah, on
something.
Yeah, we had on
VHS, but she'll
VHS, I
still
think.
get it. And you know what? And the funny thing is, when mom discovered, see, here we keep going.
Yeah.
When mom discovered a song, like a new song, she would play it over and over.
Yep, that's where I
and
get it from.
over
That's where I
and
get that from. Yeah, I
over.
do the same.
I remember
Or
we would listen
rewinding
to.
it.
I remember we listened to No Diggity and Usher My Way over, like picking you guys up from school, like over and over and over.
Oh gosh.
Next.
It was next. I mean,
Never next. Yeah, she used to
That's
love that.
awesome.
she always had these
Wow.
phases, man, and it was just,
Yeah.
it was just great, man.
That's
Oh,
beautiful.
man.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're definitely gonna come back together and talk about some of the things she was into like that, because now that we're talking about it again, we can go on another 40 minutes just talking about her movies that she liked, her music that she liked. But yeah, we're definitely gonna do this again. But
Yes.
I love you, bros, and thank you again so much for doing this.
Thank you for doing this.
Love you.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing this, Vinny, and having us.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get together soon and have that dinner as soon as we figure out what the hell's going on with the world.
Yeah, you can still go out in Texas at least.
Yeah.
Well, for your listeners here in Texas, you can still go to a restaurant, man.
Yeah.
About 50%, but most people are. You can get in.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
Absolutely. All right, bros. Well, yeah, I'll probably end up just calling y'all, texting y'all later anyway. So I'll talk to y'all later. All right.
Love y'all.
Right, man. Love you guys.
All right.
Love you.
All right. Later. Love you.
I love you, grandma, rest in peace. You taught me a lot when I was growing up, how can this be? I was texting you a week before you passed. I cried myself to sleep, thinking why you, out of all the evil people that I see. It's not for me to choose who lives or dies, but after I got the news, it left me paralyzed. I pray, God, you better have a place prepared for her. Rose petals, gold ceiling, favorite color furniture. You took care of me when I was a baby. You even took me in when my mom couldn't raise me. You treated me like I was your own, made me feel special when I felt all alone. You helped me grow into the man I am today. Without your kind words of love, no telling where I'd be. You showed me that God is good. It's hard to be strong without you here, but I should, I know, because I reminisce jumping on the trampoline, playing PS3. You left me with all these happy memories. All these happy memories. All these happy memories. I reminisce jumping on the trampoline, playing PS3. You left me with all these happy memories. All these happy memories. All these happy memories. I remember you taking me to church, teaching me about God. Man, rapping these lyrics, it hurts. What can be worse? The person who showed me unconditional love is now in the dirt. Now my mind always lurks in the place where I burn. Now I'm surely not afraid to die. I can't wait to see and be with you and fly. Your cooking is something I will miss. I just wish I saw you for one last time with a hug and a kiss. It's just not fair for you to leave us. I just was never prepared. Wish this was a nightmare. I pulled up pictures of us and sadly stare for hours, even though I cannot bear. A person like you is very rare. So why did God take you from us? To watch me suffer? God, tell her I love her. You will always be in my heart forever. I love you, grandma, see you whenever. I reminisce jumping on the trampoline, playing PS3. You left me with all these happy memories. All these happy memories. All these happy memories, I reminisce, jumping on the trampoline, playing PS3. You left me with all these happy memories. All these happy memories. All these happy memories.